Hello, that's Greg.
Hello. If you can hear some battering on the roof, it's the rain.
And I'm Jason. And on today's Tea and Toast, we're starting the Board Game Championships.
What's the rest of it?
Just before we start the Board Game Championships, Greg, I'd just like to let everybody know there is a new episode of our podcast available on your favourite podcast platform.
Is it out now?
It will be by the time this video goes out.
Oh, right, because I've been looking for it every day.
It just needs to be approved.
What, by you?
Apple.
They need to approve our podcast?
Yeah.
Does that mean they sit and listen to it?
No.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it should be available by the time you're watching this, so tune in on your favourite podcast platform. It's all about kids' TV, isn't it?
You forgot then, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Did you have a moment?
Yeah. The golden age of kids' TV. Anyway, today's show, Greg, is the start of the Board Game Championship.
What's this all about then?
So we're going to take a load of classic board games and pitch them against each other. And by the end of the episode, we will have decided which one is the best.
Oh, right, I got you.
Yeah?
Yeah?
And our viewers can get involved by leaving in the comments their favourite of the two board games that we're going to discuss today.
Does that mean we've got to actually have the board games here?
Yes.
What happens if there's one that we really want and we haven't got?
You'll have to buy it from eBay.
You will, won't you?
Yes, you will, Greg.
Well, you will.
Anyway, we have got the ones that we want to do today. And
We are.
today, it is Downfall
Oh, you're doing it like an advert? It's Downfall.
versus
Guess Who? Oh, I've got my winner straight away. So we could end it now, really.
Well, that would be a really poor episode, wouldn't it? I mean, most of them are poor, but it would be poorer than the other ones.
Don't knock yourself, mate. I know I'm great.
So, first of all, we're going to have a look at
So,
Guess Who, Greg. So I'm just going to put Downfall down there for a second.
can I just say before we do any facts about this, I think this actual one here,
Is the actual one that you actually have?
not the actual one, but this design, because they brought a load out, didn't they?
Yeah,
But this one,
different
this
covers
lad
over the
here is the one that I had, and yeah, I love this. I thought this was just brilliant. We play this all the time.
Well, let's get it out and have a look.
What, in front of the camera?
The game.
Oh, right, okay.
So this is how you play it, Greg. You take a card,
Yeah. Okay.
and I take a card.
And you put it in this handy little slot here.
You do, yes, and that is your character. And then we continue to ask each other questions. I'm going to go first, just because I am. Greg, is your character wearing a hat?
No, Jason, he isn't.
So I put down all the ones who are wearing a hat.
So. Does your man have glasses?
No.
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 So I put the man with the glasses down there. Is that right?
Yeah. Is your person wearing glasses?
Yes.
Oh, it's getting a bit tense now, isn't it?
This is a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Does your person have a moustache?
No.
What do I not there? None of the people with a moustache.
Yeah.
Watch this, Jason. Watch this. Yeah, that's right.
Greg, does your person have white hair?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess.
Go on.
Sam.
Sam's the right answer. I mean, the only problem with that is, you say he had white hair.
Yeah.
He's only got a little bit of
But
hair.
he does have hair. What?
I'm not really very happy I lost that.
Well, have a guess now. Who do you think it is?
I think yours is Franz.
No, it usually always is Franz.
I think it's Robert.
It's Bernard.
It's Bernard.
What are the pros and cons of Guess Who?
Well, the pros are, it's easy, anyone can play it, it's fun, it's different every time.
It's made by Milton and Bradley, or was made by Milton and Bradley, which at the time were the board game makers.
I don't see any cons with it. What would the cons be?
It is over quite quickly.
Well, I'm used to that, Jason. And I hope the people around me are as
well. But you're right, it's a classic, and there's a reason why it's still being made. Because it's a good game. I play it with my kids, although now there's all sorts of different versions of it out, which I'm not keen on.
Is there?
Yeah, some with pets on it, some with...
No! Yeah. No!
You'll flip over Guess Who, a great family game. Pick a card, then use all your powers of deduction to guess who. Does the mystery person have blue eyes? Wear glasses, a hat? Is it Tom, Robert, Anne, or Bill?
No, it's Claire!
You'll flip over Guess Who from NB Games.
So now, Greg, we're moving on to Downfall. Now, I can already tell that you are not as enamoured by Downfall as you are by Guess Who.
I'm not what?
You don't like it as much.
I thought you said I'm not as downed.
Enamoured.
Oh. I'm going to throw this out there.
Go on then.
I don't think I've ever played this.
Really?
Yeah, I never...
Oh, you're in for a treat, Greg.
Probably I'm not really, am I?
You are. Right,
Oh.
let's fast forward whilst we set it up.
Okay.
There we go, Greg. That was fast, wasn't it?
No. It took forever. I can't. So.
Greg has never played Downfall before, which blows my mind. I'm going to explain to you.
It might be my downfall.
I'm going to explain to you now how to play it, Greg. The idea of the game is to get all of your counters to the bottom before your person opposite you does. Your opponent. You are supposed to do it in number order, but we never bothered with that when I was a kid. If I turn a dial, you cannot turn that dial. You have to turn another one. Except for number 5, which you can turn.
Oh, it's already too complicated.
It's really easy. I'm going to go first, okay?
Good.
So, you cannot now turn number 1. You have to turn another one.
Well, what's the point there?
Well, I would use that move to line up one of the others, ready for my counter to drop into. Will you stop moving, number 1?
I can do what I want. It's my game. Can I still move that round though once I've done
Yeah.
it? Oh, I'll carry on then. There you go. I think I won this.
I think you cheated.
I've never cheated, Jason. I get it now. No, I get it because I wasn't moving them all the way around once I had a go. Once one's dropped, I didn't move them round. But now I get it now.
I want to Guess Who and Downfall, Greg. It's a good game, isn't it? It's a bit more involved.
I'm going to throw it out there. It's one of the worst games I've ever played in my life.
Don't be ridiculous,
It's
Greg.
horrible. I've got a headache.
I can see the comments now. Greg, how can you say Downfall's rubbish?
I just don't like it.
I think you didn't quite grasp it at first.
I did at the end.
As we were playing it, you realised the strategies involved.
That's probably why I'm a little bit angry that you didn't tell me how to play it properly.
I did. So yeah, the cons of Downfall, Greg.
Boring.
No, that is a con. You're right.
I mean, that just sums the whole thing up as a whole, doesn't it? Really.
I think lots of people disagree with you.
I think it is boring. I think it's not something when I finished I'd go, oh, let's play that again.
See, me and my girls play this a lot, and they love it. It's pros for me. It's a bit more involved than Guess Who. There's a bit more skill to it. There's a strategy involved. It's a bit more of a game for me.
Cons?
It takes longer than Guess Who to play.
It's probably why I'm not used to it.
I think so. And It's a bit fiddly putting those things back in there every time, isn't it? You are supposed to let your things drop in number order, but we never bothered with that when I was a kid, so I didn't bother with that.
I mean, you'd have to be like a geek.
That would take forever to do.
That's what I mean.
That would be like an extended version of the game, I think. So, Greg. So, is it Downfall? Oh.
Don't you just love these old boxes?
Or is it Guess Who?
Well, I know what I'm going for. 1,000,000%.
This is a tricky one for me. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. However, I think the winner today is going to have to be Guess Who. For its simplicity to play, which means that everybody can play it, even with limited intelligence. And Downfall is slightly more involved. It takes a little bit more thinking. There's a strategy to it. I do love Downfall, but Guess Who probably just pips it overall.
What do you mean?
What?
When you said limited intelligence?
Don't worry about it, Greg.
Let's
move on. So today's winner is Guess Who.
That's our vote though, but your vote can make all the difference.
Yes, call 08. No, there is no premium rate number, unfortunately. But do let us know in the comments which you prefer. So Guess Who goes forward in the championship of...
Oh, we're going to take them all to the final?
Yeah.
That is brilliant. Did you wake up one night and just go, got it?
Last night.
Brilliant. So we'll take that one forward. This one goes.
Downfall is out.
Brilliant.
In the first round.
Why don't you ask us what games you want us to put through?
And I'll see if I've got them in the loft. If not, it's going to be expensive for Greg.
Don't ask us what games we should use, because we might not have them.
Anyway, that's the first round of the Board Game Championship. It might not necessarily be the next round in the next episode we do.
I can see one there, Jason.
But the next round will be coming up soon.
You'll be pleased to know, Jason, I've ordered some new cards.
Great.
Should be here for next week. So I can have a card again and read from the card. Jason.
Yes, Greg.
I'm trying to play the new official Rick Astley board game. But the instructions just say, you know the rules and so do I. You know the rules and so do I. My commitments are...
Here's a dinosaur. And he's eating a titty breakfast because... Yuck! Look, Dunk. That'll never fill up a brontosaurus. Brontosaurus?
No, but he heard us. Run!
So that's why they became extinct. They didn't get a proper breakfast. The Weetabix. If you know what's good for you.
Okay.
Facts for you.
These lights are very bright, aren't they, today?
They are bright.
Have you turned them up?
No. What's your fact, Greg?
Mine is actually a fact about a board game.
So is mine.
Is it?
Today's episode has been sponsored by Board Games. It hasn't been sponsored at all.
Did you know, Jason, the longest Monopoly game ever went on for 70 days?
70 days? It
How
does
long's
go
that?
on a bit.
How many months? Is that months?
Well,
70.
2 months, isn't it? 2 and a bit months.
7 a month. It says straight days, so that's like...
2 and a month.
And it's straight days, so that's unbelievable. 70 months.
I mean, it does go on a bit Monopoly, but never that.
Well, you see, people play it different ways,
There
don't
are
they?
lots of different rules for Monopoly. I only found out about the trading your cards back in mortgage thing not quite recently.
I didn't know the hotel situation. 3 houses, then a hotel.
Didn't you? I think it's 4 houses.
Yeah, well, that. Something to do with that, I can't remember we did. But we all played it a few...
And I think there's another rule, whereas if I land on one of your properties and you don't ask me for the rent, I don't have to pay it.
Squatters' rights?
Yeah. Anyway, Monopoly. It is a good game, and now there's 6 million versions of Monopoly. You're bound to find one that you like. Goonies Monopoly has just come out.
Has it?
Yeah. Can't get it in this country yet, but if you're looking for anything for me for Christmas, Greg?
That'd be expensive though, wouldn't it?
Greg, there is an urban legend that David Bowie, invented Connect 4. It was started by DJ Stuart McConey, and he made that particular piece of trivia up.
Right, this is supposed to be
Facts for you.
Yeah.
That's not a fact.
The fact is that Stuart McConey made up an urban legend.
But then the fact is, it's a legend, it's a lie.
Yeah, but that's not the fact. I'm not saying it's a fact that David Bowie...
But you're saying this is supposed to be a fact, so it's something that actually is happened or is real.
Yeah, I'm not saying...
What you're saying isn't actually real, is it? Because you're saying it's a legend.
Listen to me.
I'm listening to you.
I am not
I'm
saying...
just saying, I don't think you're right.
I'm not saying
I think everything you're saying is wrong.
I'm not saying it's a fact that David Bowie invented.
Well, then, the fact that you're not saying it's a fact... Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
And that's the end of the show, Greg.
It is, isn't it, Jason?
Yes, my friend.
Can I tell everybody you just threatened to sack me?
It's not up to me, Greg. It's up to the board.
I don't know where they are.
In the boardroom.
Oh, behind the
tea lady.
Tea lady. She's still here.
Yeah. She hasn't made one for half an hour.
Half an hour?
We also have a tea man, by the way, before anybody says sexist, just having a tea lady.
You can't do anything now, can you?
Anyway, that's the end of Tea and Toast for this week. Thanks for watching. And
I haven't got the board again.
Oh, Greg, we really need to say thank you to everybody that commented on our last video to say that they're glad we're back. We're glad to be back, and we are doing this as often as we can in the current situation. And if you missed what I said at the beginning, there's an episode of our podcast out as well. And I know it's been a year since we did an episode of the podcast, but we are going to do more of those too.
We are going to bash more out now, aren't we?
Yes.
And you've started building the kitchen, haven't you?
I have started building the kitchen for Tea and Toast Kitchen. Kitchen. So, thanks for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, Greg.
Right, there'll be a new card next week, and the old board will be back.
Send us an email to tnt@totgoo.com. That's tnt@totgoo.com.
Doesn't have to be in capitals.
I'm not missing the board, to be honest, because I usually get smacked over the head with it. I mean, that's alright, it's a cushion. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Helps us grow the channel.
After 27 years of doing it.
Goodbye.
See you soon.